Have to pull a few cables, pull a few wires, and then shit sort of whirs back into life. Right then, how you doing, chat? You doing well? You doing okay? Good. How are we doing? Okay, I've just finished up setting up the Cold Waters more playable subs mod again. I re-downloaded it because it's been I basically downloaded it ages ago and used that in the mod that we tried to use the other day when we used Cold Waters, and the campaigns weren't there, and I thought it was quite strange. But having reinstalled the mod, at least the South China Sea campaign has re-emerged, so that's what we're going to be doing today. Just finished work even to see the best unprofessional stream Twitch has to offer. No problem, sir. You've come to the right place. Excellent. I'm not too bad there, Infamous. Thank you very much. Lovely. Discord didn't notify me. Don't worry, Screwed. It will eventually catch up. For some reason, everything that Twitch does is delayed. Whether it's to do with like bots for Discord, whether it's to do with email notifications. Some people don't actually get their notifications an hour into the live stream, so yeah, it's one of those ones. We'll try and do what we can to knuckle down and wait for them guys to show up. In any case, today, if the title doesn't make it, I wouldn't say abundantly clear, not many people know what OPFOR is. It stands for Opposition Force, and it is high time that we played ourselves some Ruskies. Some of those Ruskies, my friends. So we're going to be playing in a Russian submarine today, and we're going to have a quick look through them, and I'm going to let you guys decide. Or at the very least, we're going to be playing in an OPFOR submarine. Doesn't necessarily have to be Russian. It could also be a bloody, what's it, submarine? It could also be a Chinese submarine, if chat was so inclined. Let me just bring up the game capture window here that I haven't made. Don't worry about it. Game Cold Waters. I'm still setting up Streamlabs OBS. I've been quite lazy about it. I know that's hard to believe, but I've not been the most switched on, the most engaged, shall we say. Let's add a game capture window. Where's that? Game capture, there. Don't worry, you can't see all of this. It's going on in the background. There we are. So, game capture. That's going to be Cold Waters, like so. Add new source. Any specific window, that's going to be coldwaters.exe. That's going to be done. We're then going to copy over the game capture window from Streamlabs here, like so. 1 and 2. Paste duplicate. No, that says soon TM. Don't want that. It does this sometimes. It's like the copy button doesn't quite work properly. Copy, there we go, and paste duplicate. There we go. That's in there. And is there anything else I need? Not really. I could grab the background noise. Should I grab the background noise? No, I don't think I'm gonna bother. If I'm honest, that's fine. Yeah, we won't take that. All good. Okay. Yeah, that's all fine. If I now, hypothetically, if I load up the game here, and I click this button, then there we go, it's loaded us on into the game. Wonderful. I should really get a transition key set up so that I can more seamlessly move us over. Alright then, so welcome to Cold Waters, everybody. I'm sure you know the drill by now. We're going to be playing in some submarines, but in this time we are going to be playing an OPFOR submarine, hostile submarines against the American Navy, or at least that's the plan anyway. So we'll see how we're doing. Can you bring Satan into the room? Satan is probably asleep somewhere. Fires of hell, more than likely. So I won't disturb her for the most part. She'll probably pop in later and say hello. I've got my my water bottle with me, which didn't have the cap on properly and has sprayed water everywhere. It's a good start. It's a good start. There we go. Let's have a drink from that. Lovely. Did West Germany have submarines? Do you know? I have no idea. No, Gambino, I haven't. I thought I'd. I don't know. Unless there's appetite for it. Is there appetite for a? is that what we need to do for views? I think. No, well, not that I care about views. I'm here to just bum around and play games and crack one off to the internet. Who doesn't? Who doesn't do that? Anyway, let's get into the game here. We got the campaign here, and this is what we were missing last time: the South China Sea campaign. In a Russian format. There's also a couple of free roam campaigns, but we won't bother with those. Let's see here. Da, 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 da. A major economic crisis sees the Chinese leadership make a military push to secure Hong Kong, Taiwan, and the vast oil fields of the Spratly Islands. A rogue element of the Russian Navy has been selling units and in some cases renting out full crews to the PRC. While the Russian government attempts to deal with the rogue element internally, your submarine has been temporarily transferred directly to NATO command as a show of good faith to assist in destroying rogue units. Oh, okay. Not what I had in mind. You will be taking your orders directly from comms... Oh, okay, so the Russians are assisting. Oh, this is a bit weird. Odd. Very odd. Okay, so there's an alternative... Are we sure? Okay, so we're a Russian submarine crew fighting under NATO. It's a bit different, isn't it? Let's see here. Yes, that's the one. Okay, this is a little bit different. In any case, we get to play some Russian submarines as part of the campaign. So, I'll leave it up to chat here. We've got a few choices of Russian sub today. We've got the Akula 1, we've got the Akula 2, the Alpha 2, the Mike, the November 2, Sierra, Victor 1, Victor 2 and Victor 3, Foxtrot, Kilo 2, Lada, Romeo, Tango, Whiskey, Bori, Delta 4, Delta 3, Golf. The Golf submarine, it looks mighty right, actually. That looks very, very good, considering it's just a mod. Yeah, that's pretty much spot on. This one here, the Hotel. We've got the Typhoon classes. I don't think we're going to be playing those in 200 foot of water. Charlie 1, Charlie 2, Echo, Juliet. Basically, we've got the entire Russian arsenal. I was thinking of potentially playing this bad boy here, the Yasin class SSGN. I was thinking there might be some appetite for this guy, because this is an extremely modern Soviet attack submarine, which might be worth taking out. The Yasin class. Let's do that. We'll take out the Yasin then. Okay, so we've got UGST torpedoes. We've got advanced MG90 decoys, which are the MOSSs of old. We have got S-10 missiles, which I believe are like harpoons. And then we've got the SSN-16 missiles, which is an air-dropped torpedo designed for engaging submarines, I believe. We've got a Snoop Pair search radar ESM mass-mounted, which is good. We've got the MGK600 sonar suite, both equipped with active and passive sonars as well as a towed array. We are running at a damn near silent 105 decibels. This thing creeps along like it's wind. It is wind in the water. It's silent. Also pulls a very impressive 35 knots. And only has a crew of 64, which is a little bit interesting. That's quite a low amount of crew, but I'm sure it's fine. Okay, the Yasin submarine is the newest Russian nuclear-powered multi-purpose attack submarine to date. Based on the earlier Sierra and Akula-class submarines, this boat features state-of-the-art equipment, improved quietening, enormous torpedo arsenal, and heavy cruise missile payload. This submarine is the pride of the Russian Navy and must be considered an extremely dangerous threat. So the Yasin's in the game. This one was actually modelled by Killerfish Games, I believe. I believe Killerfish added the Yasin to the game, possibly hinting at the idea of having a Russian campaign coming to the game, which should be pretty damn cool. I think that this sub is designed to be smaller. I'm not sure. Maybe it is a smaller sub. It doesn't look smaller, it looks enormous. That's a fucking popper class. That's the Yasin. It's huge, this one. It's 139 meters in length, which is like an extra 30 meters compared to the popper class here. But in any case, I digress. We're going to jump on in here. So, accept. You are hereby assigned command of Yasin-class Ulyasganovich. I don't know how to put that. We'll call it K581 for the sake of myself here. So Leo How, Leo Ho, even. Number 2 there. Thank you very much for, if I bring it up on my second screen here. Just bear with me. Thank you very much for the tier 1 sub, my friend. Do enjoy your dooha. Sorry, the words escape me. The emotes. Thank you very much, my friend. Do enjoy your emotes, enjoy your badge. So no big boys, that's right. Okay, so the idea of this then is that we are playing a Russian submarine crew that's been handed over. Russian government allies with NATO. The Russian government has issued an official statement that they have no hostile intentions toward NATO and that the sale of ships, submarines and ground units to China was not authorised through government channels. The US government has stated that they are working closely with Russian officials to track down and stop this rogue group, but are unable to provide details into ongoing operations. As a show of good faith, Russia has temporarily transferred several of their submarines directly to NATO command to assist in hunting down and destroying the illegally obtained units. These submarines are expected to be deployed into the theatre of operations within the next few days. Interesting. Okay, so we're playing one of those Russian subs that have changed hands. Again, all very hypothetical and extremely unlikely, handing over the pride of the Russian Navy to NATO control as a show of good faith. Do you know what I mean? Is it strange that you have an easier time in the South China Sea campaign than over in the Russian campaign? No, I wouldn't say. Yes, exactly, Blade. We've been thrown into the grinder even. The bear versus the dragon, that's right. So when will you betray them? I don't know, tomorrow? I'm not entirely sure. So we're sinking down Chinese and rogue Russian elements as part of a Russian submarine operating for NATO. Okay, so we're operating out of Okinawa. Satellite photos show, this is on the 25th of October at 1400 hours. Satellite photos show that an enemy battle group armed to the teeth with cruise missiles is preparing to sail from Ningbo. Intelligence estimates that it will make a conservative patrol in the vicinity of the Philippine Sea, locate and sink as many ships as possible. Previous recon indicates the force will contain at least 1 or 2 ships armed with anti-submarine or anti-ship cruise missiles. Consider these your primary targets. An enemy escort of surface combatants and or attack submarines should be expected. Okay, so let's just double check where we're going. Sorry, they're sailing from Ningbo for a conservative patrol in the Philippine Sea. Ningbo up here, so we can catch them as they come out here to the deep water. We'll catch them in sort of the medium shallows over here. We're going to stay at patrol speed, try and catch them. An enemy maritime patrol aircraft just went overhead. There's a good chance they've dispatched anti-submarine units here. There we go. That could be the boat in question. Okay, this could be anti-submarine warfare and not the group that we're after, because they were moving at top speed towards us. Captain, we have a new sonar contact bearing 319, designated as Sierra 1. Our depth is at 50 feet. Heading 273, speed is 5 knots. Local conditions are scattered with a gentle breeze, and there's a weak surface duct and weak thermal layer at 158 feet below the surface. All hands to battle stations, rig ship for silent running. Got a nice red interface as we play the Russian craft here. Yasin has spotted Sierra 1 off the starboard side. Upscope. Turn to 319.
Con sonar, new contact bearing 311, designated Sierra 3. Con sonar, new contact bearing 309, designated Sierra 4.
No eyes on contacts.
Con sonar, new contact bearing 317, designated Sierra 5. Con sonar, new contact bearing 307, designated Sierra 6.
Do a full
Con sonar,
360.
new contact bearing 318, designated Sierra 7.
No close contacts. Downscope.
Con sonar, new contact bearing 313, designated Sierra 8.
Very unusual group, this. What's the ambient sea state, please? 81 decibels.
347.
We've got our vertical launch system here, which has TASMs and TLAMs in. Let's take a look at the weapons room. Okay, so we've got the Caliber missile system, land and ship, 16 of each. We have got no S-10 harpoons and none of the air launch torpedoes. Plenty of UGSTs though. Okay. So let's start surfacing these contacts. There is a hell of a lot going on here. All the way up to Sierra 8. Definitely military radar down there. Let's start searching surface ships. Again, we're looking for rogue elements. I doubt a submarine fleet is that big has come. Nope, we've got a Jangu.
Con sonar, Sierra 1 is classified as escort.
Master 2. We got a lot of target motion analysis to be doing here. Not quite a Kara. Is it a Kara? Not quite a Kara. A Luhu?
Con
Mark?
sonar, Master 2 is
Sierra
classified
3.
as escort.
This is a very capable submarine. Is a Luda DDG?
Con
Mark?
sonar, Sierra 3 is classified as escort.
This is an extremely capable submarine, this. Look how clear these fucking sonar tags are. This could be civilian. It's a Han SSN.
Con sonar,
Got ourselves a
Sierra
hostile
4
submarine.
is classified as submerged submarine.
Very large fleet. Keep servicing targets. Keep going. Keep trying to find the right signature. A humpback or a blue whale, sorry. Mark.
Con sonar, Sierra 5
Very
is
busy zone.
classified as
2 blue
biologic.
whales.
Con sonar, Sierra 6 is classified as biologic.
Potentially some merchant shipping here. Nope, not quite. Not quite. Potentially. I don't know for sure. Let's check submarines. Not quite a submarine contact. It's not quite lining up in the narrow band, you see. Not quite. It's not quite a Chilikin either. Not quite that. Not quite that. Gonna have to be marked as a small freighter.
Con
Ding.
sonar, Sierra
I seem a tad upset
7
at
is
Russia.
classified
Yep.
as merchant.
I think so. So there's a submarine coming our way. Let's keep marking. Sierra 8. Also some kind of merchant vessel. Mark.
Con sonar,
Sierra 9.
is classified as merchant.
Again, a very similar signature to other merchant ships. It does... Oh, hello. What's that? A large Ro-Ro MS. So a large cargo ship.
Con sonar, Sierra 9 is classified as merchant.
So now we've got a rough bearing to target here. Estimated range is... If I get this out. Estimated range to target is 23,000 yards. Upscope again. Probably won't make visual contact here. 342. Fog bank is just a little bit too high, even with low light. ESM has detected them. Likely thing is that they've detected our periscope on the water. Can't even see them backdropped there.
Downscope.
Downscope. Okay. No biggie. And close that tab there. This hand's closing in. What's the estimated depth of Sierra 4? Deep. 400 feet. Thank you very much for the 297 bits here from Clone Tool. Paint the water with whales yet to be dead. I'm not so sure. We've got a large enemy fleet coming this way. Looks like there's some extremely busy merchant shipping going on here. Dive, take us down to 600 feet, please.
Make depth 600 feet. Dive I.
Go forward and down. Sink the boat. Coming down to 600 feet to engage the target. Holding at 5 knots. Are the Luders craft that we're after? Let's check out Luders. Are they missile boats? Luhus even. CY-1 missiles.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 7 last
I'm
bearing.
not sure.
315 contact faded.
We'll have to see. There's a very good chance that I've misidentified a couple of these ships, so again, yeah, we'll have to see exactly what's going on. The way down here. 65% solution on the Han here. We're going to fire a long-range UGST. This is the most advanced torpedo in the Russian arsenal at the moment. Once we reach the right depth, we're going to fire a torpedo at it. Probably fire 2 or 3 torpedoes at the same time. See how we go from there. We're going to want to engage the Han first. Looks like they're in a much tighter formation than we previously estimated. The Luhu has been marked 14,000 yards. Still sinking out the boat. Apologies for how large this interface here is on the right hand side. It's because we've got 10 torpedo tubes. It's like sort of just taking up that whole right hand side of the screen. So yeah, apologies about that. I wanted to ask, is there any more slots for emotes? Because the bear emotes are super cute, and I wanted to ask if there could be more. We have loads of slots, actually. The only reason I chose those few was because I couldn't think of any others at the time. If you've got suggestions, do feel free to throw them to one of me or one of the Discord moderators. I'm sure they'll get round to me eventually. Or even send them in a whisper on Twitch. That's probably a more direct route. Don't you need to pay extra to get more slots? No, you don't need to pay extra, Blade. You just need to have reached certain subscriber goals. They give you more emote slots based on how many subscribers you've got. And I think we've got like 8 or 9 slots now for subscriber emotes. You want a submarine lurk emote. You want a submarine with a crown on it. See, the problem is that I don't want to just have random emotes like a picture of a submarine and stuff. I want to have them with the bear on. I want to have the bear doing different things because they're emotes. Do you know what I mean? They're not like little pictograph things. They're emoticons meant to show different emotions, as it were. So we've got the screaming one. I don't know. I'm thinking of maybe the bear saluting with maybe a navy cap on or something like that. I'm not entirely sure. In any case, we're going to get ready to start servicing our targets. We're going to have 2 weapons searching shallow and one weapon searching on the same depth. Or 2 weapons searching same depth. Okay, so let's get ready to fire. Firing point procedures. Bearing 328. Range to enable 11,000 yards. Ship ready, tube ready, fire tube 6.
Shoot tube 6. Aye, sir.
Firing point procedures. Bearing 314. Range to enable 16,000 yards. Ship ready, tube ready, fire tube 1.
Shoot tube 1. Aye, sir.
Firing point procedures. Bearing 318. Range to enable 10,100 yards. 10,000 yards dead. Bearing 319. Ship ready, tube ready, fire tube 2.
Cons, fire control. We've lost the wire.
Lost the wire, aye? Weapons 1 and 6 have cleared the tube. Weapon 2 has broken. The UGS torpedo. Look at the length of that. These fucking hurt if they hit home. They've also got a decent homing warhead on them, which is nice. Should see how things go here. They move reasonably quickly as well, not quite as fast as the American-made Mark 48 Advanced Capability or the ADCAP torpedo, but they are certainly not slow. Reload an MOSS in Tube 2, or even an Advanced MG-90. Cheap Rusky wires, that's right. We could sink this entire fleet without needing to reload, that's right. It looks like the worst of the merchant shipping is actually behind them as well. It looks like they've broken through the merchant shipping. They're coming this way. Again, they have anti-ship missiles, which is quite dangerous, so we need to be careful. Not as good as an ADCAT, but it's good enough for this job. Oh, yes. So as you can see here, weapons 1 and 6 are both running to their enable points. Range to enable on weapon 6 is 8.6 thousand yards. The time to run of this torpedo is a disgusting 28 minutes. This torpedo actually lasts longer than the American ADCAP torpedo in the water. It means it will not run out of fuel for another half an hour, give or take. So this thing outlasts the American torpedoes, which is absolutely ridiculous. Is this the Russian side? Yes, it's a Russian submarine, and we're fighting the Chinese and rogue Russian elements. So the idea for this theoretical version of the theoretical campaign is that Russian elements have gone rogue, and it is up to us to sink them as part of a combined effort between Russia and NATO. So basically a corrupt branch of the Russian Navy has illegally dispatched Russian units to the South China Sea, and a small contingent of Russian submarines in coalition with NATO are moving in to destroy them. So I'm kind of hoping that this torpedo here, the one that we lost the wire on, will enable short of this Han, which I'm hoping it will. I'm hoping it will enable about here. And once it does, it will search for the Han, while Weapon 1 goes overhead, searches for the Arsenal fleet. In fact, we are going to change the angle of attack for Weapon 1, change its RTE point to 309. Being buzzed. Oh no, there's fast air coming. A maritime patrol aircraft. Alright then. There. Maritime patrol aircraft. So it's sort of about here. We're going to continue on our current course. We're going to keep the current course and the current speed as not to damage our standing with the wires here. Does this sub have creep motors? No, I don't believe it does. I believe it's just the stock. I can hear the MPA on the wind. There it is. The Bear bomber. A Tupolev. Very fast aircraft, but incredibly loud. Probably going to be dropping dipping sonars. At the moment, at 600 feet below the thermal layer, as long as we don't make too much noise with dipping sonars around us, we should stay hidden. Okay, we have found the mark with the Luhu. As soon as this weapon enables, we're going to enable Weapon 6 and have it hit the Luhu in the side. We'll steer it on target. Come on, Weapon 2. I need you to enable. As soon as it goes yellow, the weapon is online and is searching for targets.
Con, sonar,
Launch transient.
Sierra 4.
Here we go. They think I'm over this way. And that is incorrect. We're down here because the angle of attack on the torpedo is off-center. The Han has fired. Likely the Luhu heard the launch transient from the Han and is going to go evasive as a result.
Bearing 3, 2, 4.
Okay, activate Weapon 6.
Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
Weapon acquired. It's coming up to surface. It's tracking the Luhu. Come on, this weapon needs to enable. Come on, you bastard.
Noisemaker bearing 3, 2, 6.
Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
This weapon's locked onto the Han. We're going to let it sink the Han.
Sonar, noisemaker bearing 3, 2, 6.
We're going to leave Weapon 1 to engage the fleet back here.
Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
Weapon 2 has just gone active. It is now tracking the Luhu. Perfect.
Con, sonar,
The Han has been sunk.
Sierra 4.
This weapon is coming up. Is it going to hit? Is it going to hit?
Contact breaking up.
No, just too shallow, just too shallow.
Noisemaker bearing 3, 2, 4.
The Han has been sunk and destroyed. Good maneuver there from the enemy captain. Has this weapon... Yep, this weapon is a dud. It has got sucked in on the corpse of the hostile submarine. Very good at changing depth, these. This might actually make contact. No, it looks like the enemy Han is sinking too quickly. Hopefully as it goes into a circular search, it will come back up and engage the hostile Navy ship. Fingers crossed. Go into a circular search and come back up, please. That's what we need you to do. Come on, go to the surface. Go to the surface. Go to the surface. Lovely.
Bearing 3, 2, 0.
Hopefully that Han is now going to sink out below the search cone of this torpedo, and this one will continue to track the surface vessel. Crossed. Helicopter likely searching for survivors there. Back onto surface search, okay. This weapon here, weapon 1, we are going to enable it and steer it towards the Luda. We're going to get ready to launch a torpedo. We should have really fired another one. Surface search at the Jangu. Ship ready, tube ready, fire tube 7.
Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
Tube 7 has cleared the tube and is running normally. Weapon is once again tracking the Luda here.
Con sonar, noisemaker bearing 322.
I'm going to be able to stop it. The torpedo's creeping up his arse. Oh no, the torpedo evaded. Let's see whether this captain can turn in time. And it looks like, yep,
Con sonar,
well evaded, well
noisemaker
evaded.
Bearing 319.
Not quite as manoeuvrable, the UGST, but it's certainly not bad. The MPAs are nowhere near us.
Con,
Nice.
fire control, weapon countermeasure homing.
This weapon has still got another 21 minutes of fuel in it. That is disgraceful. That is so much
Con,
fuel.
fire control, weapon acquired.
Weapon reacquired on this Luda. Pretty
Con
good.
sonar,
Hello,
noisemaker
Decoy. How you doing, my
bearing
friend?
3, 2,
Welcome, welcome.
1.
How about Quebec lol, Quebec
Con
lude,
sonar,
which would be pretty
noisemaker
good.
bearing
Bear with
3,
red cheeks,
3,
Quebec rip.
0.
Crosses
Con,
for eyes,
fire
yes,
control,
that's
weapon
good.
acquired.
Ah, those are for, actually, let me just screenshot
Con,
that.
fire control, weapon countermeasure
That's awesome.
homing.
Yeah, fucking hell, Toby will definitely do them. Could you link me those in a whisper?
Con,
I'll get
fire
those straight
control,
onto
weapon
Boo Boo.
acquired.
That sound awesome. I nearly drew a penis there. Oh no, is it going back for the... It is, it's going for the Han. Oh no, it's come to rest on the shallow ocean floor here.
Con sonar,
This
noisemaker
torpedo's a miss
bearing
then.
3, 2, 1.
The Luda's been engaged and destroyed. The Lu-Hu, we're going to get this set to surface search. We're going to fire another weapon here from Tube 8. Tube 8. Firing point procedures, bearing 366. Range to... Sorry, we're going to go short. Range to enable 5,000 yards. Ship ready, tube ready, fire tube 7.
Ship
Tube 8 even, sorry. Mans can't count. All good. Shooting tube 8. We're going to leave weapon 7 to run up and deal with the Jangu. Has the Luda sunk yet? No, it's going bow in the air. It's going to roll over to its starboard side and then sink out. So the Han's going to have 2 torpedo holes in it. Yep. Unfortunately, the water wasn't quite deep enough to basically make the torpedoes search that far. We could come up to the surface and use a what's-it weapon, but I don't think it's prudent. Lu-Hu may fire a reactive shot at us here. Doesn't have torpedo bays. Does have a helicopter though. Hasn't dispatched it. Does have missiles. Evasive turn. Jesus Christ.
Con
Try not to
sonar,
fall over.
noisemaker bearing 3,
So it
4,
thinks weapon
7.
7 is coming for it, when in reality weapon 8 is coming for it. Adjust the heading of weapon 8. Small course adjustment. Activate this weapon. If there's any faster ones. Yeah, it looks like it does go slightly faster. Just between the gap between the dots gets a tiny, tiny bit bigger. Yeah,
Con
for
sonar,
active search.
Noisemaker bearing 3, 5, 0.
We're going active with that torpedo. So he's trying to evade weapon 7 when in reality it's weapon 8 that is going for him. Already sent it to you. Thank you very much there. I'll definitely get on with that. Do you think we could modify Elon's kid-saving tube into a torpedo stuffed with angry badgers? Potentially. Potentially.
Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
Weapon acquired. Hopefully the active homing warhead of weapon 8 here is going to do a little bit better. Obviously the active warhead is the
Con,
classic
fire
pinging.
control, weapon countermeasure homing.
You're going to hear it go ping, search for a target, and then reacquire.
Con,
Yeah.
fire control, weapon acquired.
Almost immediately finds it after it sends out a search ping. There you go. Closing very quickly. The nice thing about active homing is that the weapon snaps back onto the target much quicker, because once the weapon is enabled and close enough to use active radar, or sorry, active sonar, it's basically much more easily able to find a vessel. Particularly a surface ship that's alone. There's that bear bomber. Searching. Oh, there's Satan. Hello. Hello. Oh, look. No, I'm going to stay down there once a head scratch. They're trying to outpace the torpedo, but it's still got 26 minutes of fuel in it. There's no danger of it being lost. Let's activate Weapon 7. Have it search on the straight and narrow for the Jangu. We'll have it go to active homing as soon as it has been detected.
Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
Which is now. Activate the homing warhead. Tracking them. The sonarman on the enemy craft can hear it. The ping's getting closer and closer together. Nothing he can do about it, though. Boo! Oh, look at the shockwave on that. Absolutely devastating explosion.
7, contact breaking up.
The Jangu here has now detected the torpedo coming for it and is trying to get out of here. It's currently only at 5 knots, but it's trying to accelerate. He doesn't have enough time. Looks like he stopped to try and detect incoming weapons, find out whether what was pinging was a torpedo or a submarine, and now it knows, but it's too late for him to do anything about it. Is he going to be able to drop a decoy in time? I don't think he is. Oh no. It's... Oh, the lucky bastard. I should have steered that onto target, but never mind. Reload UGSTs in Tube 1 and Tube 6. Let's see whether he evades. He should be able to evade because he's going so slowly. Maybe that was the plan.
Con, fire control,
No,
weapon acquired.
it's not going to happen. The active homing warhead has picked him up on the turn. He is not going to be able to evade. Not to mention that he turned the wrong way.
Noisemaker bearing 3, 4.
These bastards
2.
are really annoying with their fucking decoys. I'm just going to see, like, I'm just going to let the torpedoes run to the targets and see how well they do. Like, I need to know how much hand-holding the UGST needs, and it looks like it needs quite a lot.
Con,
Yeah, look at
fire
this.
control, weapon acquired.
Ooh. Ooh. Ooh, this is bad for him. Oh, no, it's not. The UGST couldn't change depth quite quickly enough. It's interesting watching the Russian torpedo try and engage a target like this. Dukes for days, yeah. It's like, it's not... I wouldn't call it a modern Silent Hunter. Who said that? Sorry. Modern, somebody said that, and I've totally missed it.
3, 4, 1.
But yeah, I wouldn't say it's like a modern
Fire
Silent
control,
Hunter.
weapon countermeasure
Killerfish
homing.
did another game called Atlantic Fleet, and it's more like that.
Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
Is it actually going for the Han? No, it's going for the wreck of the Luda. Right, okay, we're going to steer it onto target. It's got an amazing sonar head on it, but unfortunately, it's,
Con, torpedo room, tube 6 ready.
can't seem to control the weapon. It is totally locked onto a target. Come on, you bastard, you need to come shallow.
Con sonar, noisemaker bearing 3, 4, 0.
There we go. Try and get you back on the straight and narrow. So they do need quite a bit of hand-holding, which is interesting. Do I have any other torpedoes? I've got the air launch ones, but then I don't have any of them. Oh, that's a really weird perspective. I've never seen a ship from that perspective before. It's almost like it's too fast for its own good. No, you see, it's going back for that target. Back on.
Con sonar, noisemaker bearing 3, 4, 1.
It is. It's almost like it doesn't quite get it. It's interesting. It's interesting. It doesn't turn fight very well, this torpedo. It's not very manoeuvrable. It doesn't do sharp manoeuvres and things like that very easily. An interesting prospect. Gonna help manually steer it on target here.
Con sonar, noisemaker bearing 3, 4,
No.
4.
No, there we go. God, I really had to fly that in there, Jesus. Well, bugger me. The UGST is not that great, in all honesty. Oh well, let's see if we can get out of here. Yep, no vessels, no contacts. Jangu, Luhu, Luda, and Han all sunk. Wonderful. Was that the mission target? Yes, it was. Excellent job, Commander. Your neutralization of this high-priority target will severely reduce the enemy's ability to hinder trans-Pacific convoys. The Commander-in-Chief of the Pacific Fleet sends his regards to you and your crew. Stand by for orders on this downlink. Interesting. You're not being shot by AdCaps. Yeah, exactly, Red Arrow. Oh dear. Yeah, you're right. Convoys arrive. Cargo ships from North America and Japan continue to ferry goods into the region with minimal losses. This has been attributed to efficient cooperation amongst Allied naval forces. The convoy system worked in World War I and World War II and still works today, the spokesman has said. Meanwhile, in the region, food and material shortages have failed to materialise in the unoccupied territories. Authorities urge civilians not to make runs on the banks and instead show restraint, allowing the financial system to remain functional despite the ongoing conflict. It's a very loosely worded sentence there, but that's fine. Okay, so what have we got here? Intelligence data indicates the enemy plans an amphibious landing at Subic Bay in the Philippines. A task force with landing ships will be leaving Qingdao now. You must intercept and destroy this force before the landing occurs. NavOps is depending on you. No other ships or aircraft are in a position to intercept in time. Okay, let us continue then. Right, let's head south. So where are we going? Where are we going? Going down from Qingdao, and it's going to the Philippines here in Manila Subic Bay. Try and catch them in the deep water here. They'll probably come down here through the Taiwanese Gap, and we'll catch them down here. Over here, just in case they go through the Philippine Sea. Okay, they're going to have dispatched an MP... Yep, okay. They've dispatched some anti-submarine warfare groups. Captain, we have a new sonar contact bearing 316, designates Sierra 1. EXO reports our depth is at 600 feet, heading 291. Speed is 25 knots. Local conditions are clear, with a moderate breeze. Very weak surface duct and thermal layer at 262 feet. All hands to battle stations, rig ship for silent running. Slow us down, see what we're dealing with. In fact, just slow us down to 5 knots. I'll reload UGSTs.
0, 0, designated Sierra 1.
Directly north of us, we've got a close contact, possibly a hostile submarine.
Contact bearing 3, 1, 7, designated Sierra 2.
Possibly a Jangu, we'll mark it.
Con sonar Sierra 1.
Very close proximity.
As escort.
Yeah, looks like I've been right with the mark on the Jangu. Okay. Let's go. How deep do you have to be to fire the vertical launch stuff? 300 feet for vertical launch. Should we try hitting them with vertical launch? Vertical launch missiles. Let's try that. Sierra 2 is definitely a hostile contact because it has a sonar ping coming from its direction. Let's continue to mark it. Sierra 2, please, is a warship of some description. It is a is that a Luda? Yeah, that's just a Luda, not the other one.
Sonar Sierra
Another
2
bin lorry, my favourite.
Escort.
And then Sierra 3, merchant shipping, possibly? Looks vaguely merchant-like. A stern trawler. Okay. Let's try and hit them with the vertical launch system. Dive. Bring us up to 300 feet.
Make depth 300 feet. Dive
I might not even have the range, actually. They might be too close. What type of game is this? I don't know, Starum. Do you want to... That's quite a broad question. I'm not going to insult your intelligence and I know I am. It's a submarine game. Maybe try rewording that question. It is a dead giveaway of our location, but there's no MPA, and if I kill them in one hit, then it's great. If not, then not so much. It's a remake of 1988's Red Storm Rising by Micro Prose. Yep, that's right. Never seen a game of this type before. It looks interesting. I don't know. I don't know what would you classify this game as? Third person? A third person blubber? I don't know. Third person rubber dubber. Rubber dub dubber. It's a third person rubber dub dubber in the tub, known as the South Pacific. They are closing. We are up at the mythical magic, and no, I can't fire on them. Okay, well, we're just going to dispatch 2 UGSTs towards them then and hope that they sink them in one go. Firing point procedures, bearing 311, ranged, sorry, 307, range to enable 2,500 yards, ship ready 2, ready, fire 2-1. Firing point procedures, bearing 006, range to enable 2,400 yards, ship ready 2, ready, fire tube 6.
Tube 6. Aye, sir.
Both weapons have cleared the tube and are running normally. Activate the warhead on weapon 1, please. Activate the warhead on weapon 6, please. And have them both run to the targets. Just because we're below the surface duct here, or the thermal layer, hopefully that is screening us from their sonar. We're going to send both weapons into active search now. There we go. They will now have detected the weapons as they close. They're beginning their evasive maneuvers. Let's see how they deal with these. They've got a very short window of time to deal with this.
Con, fire control, unable to fire.
Unable to fire. No, that's fine. I accidentally hit the fire
Con,
control
fire
button there.
control, weapon acquired.
Sierra 2 has been locked up. Sierra 2 is going to go evasive. Sierra 1 is going to be locked up very shortly. This is not our contact. Like I say, these torpedoes do not evade very well. Or sorry, they don't deal with noisemakers all that well.
6.
Not doing anything
fire
for him
control,
just yet.
weapon acquired.
Our weapon is not convinced by the enemy noisemaker just yet. Maybe we'll have to get
Fire
closer. There you go.
control, weapon countermeasure homing.
As they drive between the torpedo and the decoy, that's when the warhead becomes confused. It is now turning to starboard, and now back to port.
036. Con sonar, noisemaker bearing 308.
Quebec, can you keep the torps under the thermocline layer until they are very close and pop them up? I suppose I could, yeah. The problem was that they were at such short range here. They're only like a few thousand yards away from me.
Weapon acquired.
This could spell disaster for this guy.
Noisemaker bearing
If this torpedo gets to the target
040.
just a little bit quicker, he'll have him. No, he's going to get a decoy out. I can smell it.
Fire control, weapon acquired.
No, he's not gonna.
Con sonar, noisemaker bearing 3.
Oh, right on the stern. He did get a noisemaker off, but the ship was too. The torpedo was too close. Good hit on the stern there. Looks like we're going to get another hit here shortly as well. Django is attempting to go evasive, but our torpedo is not convinced. Again, we may just get a very close stern hit.
Weapon countermeasure homing.
I'm going to turn the weapon in.
Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
Con sonar,
There we go.
contact. Sierra
Lovely.
1.
So it looks like it
bearing
does need a little bit of manual
041.
guiding.
Contact breaking up.
That's no problem. No close contacts. Leave the area. Luda and Django both engaged and destroyed. We still have 20 torpedoes remaining, even after all of that. Right, where are they landing from? Oh, hello, another contact. Captain, we have a new sonar contact bearing 244, designated as Sierra 1. 600 feet is our depth, heading 040, speed is 25 knots. Local conditions are rainy with light air, very strong surface duct and moderate thermal layer at 357 feet. Rig ship for salt. Salt required. Enemy contact is like right fucking on top of us here. Stand by. Let's wait. Signature to contact is extremely... he probably is actually that close. I'm going to wager it's a submarine. Okay, it was a bad wager. Doesn't look to be a submarine. There we go, that lines up a bit better. What is that? Merchant? Yes, a large cargo ship.
Con sonar, Sierra 1 is
Curious, that
classified
bastard
as
was right next to us. Started at less than 1,000 yards. He is like right there, pretty much. Which means whoever is here is extremely quiet. Start reloading UGSTs in tubes. Let's reload the MOSSs down in the bottom tubes and keep the top tubes for the torpedoes. Right, we're going to go to active search. Stand by. Switching to active search.
Con sonar, switching to active search.
Hostile ping. Switch to
Con
passive
sonar,
search.
switching
Fire
to
down the
passive
line
search.
of contact. There it is. Fire from close. Snapshot. Tube 3.
Shoot 2-3. Aye,
Right.
sir.
I don't actually have my dive alarm set up at the moment because I reset my stream deck, but we are going to go all ahead flank.
Turns for
We're going to come 30 degrees
Con
left
sonar,
rudder.
we are cavitating.
We're going to activate the warhead on the weapon, and we're going to let it run out ahead of us. We're going to put it into a snaking search, actually.
Con, fire control, we've lost the wire.
So we put it out into a snaking search just ahead of us. Dive take us down to
Con
800
helm,
feet.
Steady course.
Make depth 8.
Con sonar, no longer cavitating.
Reload UGST in tube... that one. Tube 3. Come left bearing 287,
Come left
286.
to 286. Helm aye.
I'm going to get out of the way of this torpedo if we can.
Con helm, steady course.
So by putting the torpedo into a snaking search like this, it is travelling slower. Technically, it's not covering the same distance, but it is constantly searching over a much wider area. So the snaking search should detect anything in front of us if it doesn't get out of the way in time. The reason I'm pulling such a hard left here is because I don't want our own torpedo coming back at us if something goes wrong.
Con, dive at 800 feet. Dive I.
800 feet, con I. No, it's going to be a submarine if it's this quiet. We're up at 35 knots now, which is good. Let's scroll us back. Bring us down to 10 knots, please. Maneuvering. Patrol speed.
10 knots. Maneuvering aye.
Helm come right bearing 331.
Come right to 331. Helm aye.
Bring us to creeping speed 5 knots.
Make turns for 5 knots. Maneuvering aye.
As we slow down here, we should reacquire our own torpedo in terms of its sonar signature. It'll be very quiet though. It's 94 decibels. It's very loud at the moment. There's a good chance that our torpedo may not find its mark while it's on passive homing. But we'll see. Sea state is very loud. Oh, hydrate bot comes in. The torpedo is passively searching in a very high sea state. All I'm hoping is that it's going to find its mark. If we hear an explosion on the line of bearing, then it's fine. The enemy contact is not in active search, you'll note. It is trying to stalk us as much as we're stalking it.
Maneuvering. Making turns for 5 knots.
Yep. A little bit interesting. Lovely.
Con, torpedo room, tube 6 ready.
Tube 6 is ready. Let's reload. Is that the MOSS going in there or not? There we go. Oh, there's the enemy torpedo coming this way. It is not active at the moment. He did not hear us change course, which is very nice. So here comes a hostile. That doesn't look like a ST. Looks like maybe a Set 80. Hey man, been a while. Hello Flavin. Since I've been here, but I heard you had an embarrassing stream a few days ago. No, it didn't happen. Didn't happen. Lies and slander. Pardon me. Right then. Oh, the enemy weapon's gone active. Let's see whether our torpedo evasion was successful. Is the weapon searching reasonably shallow? Is actually searching above the thermal layer, which should go a long way to keeping us protected. It's going into a circular search. Not what I would have done. What about our own torpedo? Our own torpedo is running straight. You can see the lines are different. Although they look very similar, the UGST, which is this one,
Con
has
sonar,
a different
noisemaker bearing 0,
configuration.
4, 7.
We've got noisemakers, which means our torpedo on the snaking search has found its mark. Oh, that's gone into a circular search.
Con sonar, noisemaker bearing 0, 4, 8.
Red October in this case was a book with it. Well, sorry, Red October in the case of a book was a unique design equipped with a prototype magno hydrodynamic drive, making it nearly completely silent on active search screens. That wouldn't really work. Active search doesn't look for audio signature; it looks for passive signature. It would make it nearly invisible on passive search. I'm pretty sure. How you doing, Spiky? Or Spicky? Torpedo continues to search for the target.
Con sonar, noisemaker bearing 0, 4, 8.
It's just here. Whatever it is, it's just here. I've just got to trust in the UGST's ability to sync it. Come on, come on. It is right there, whatever it is. It's almost like the UGST travels too quickly in a straight line. Locked on again. This could hit. This sounds like it's going to hit.
Con sonar, new contact
Yes.
bearing 0, 4.
Some variation of the
Designated
Foxtrot.
Sierra 2.
Looks like this might have been one of the rogue Russian subs. Let's go active now that it's been sunk.
Con sonar, switching to active search.
See if we get any other sonar returns. It's very unlikely that the submarine was travelling alone. Let's get ready to fire a snaking search weapon out of tubes 1 or 6. Wait for a return on sonar.
Con sonar, Sierra 2 is classified as submerged submarine.
So Sierra 2 was that one. Romeo class submarine. I was right. Toby, just send them to me through, what's it, on Twitch as a whisper. So, like, just /whisper to me, or even just as a PM, if you can, if I have you on as a friends list or whatever. If not, then, yeah, Discord would be best. Because I'll pass those over to Boo Boo straight away. How many tons have I sank so far? Not very many, Amerta. This is only our... Well, this isn't even a mission. This is an ASW patrol, but we're only on our second mission of the Russian campaign here. Right, silence the sonar.
Sonar, switching to passive search.
All it is that there's an enemy weapon nearby. We're going to come up to patrol speed, please. Give us a head flank. Or, sorry, a head 2/3.
0 knots. Maneuvering eye.
Let's come up to patrol depth of 200 feet.
Depth 200 feet. Dive eye.
Up we go. I just love how murky the water is, do you know what I mean? I love how just dark and dingy the whole thing is. Like, look, you scroll out that far and we're gone. We are gone. Like, really cool. Oh, dear me. Oh dear, you want any Joe? Hello, oh god, you're doing me an injustice, or I'm doing you an injustice by calling me your favourite submarine commander, and I can't even pronounce the name. FL3 Flareon. I'm going to say Flareon. Welcome, welcome. I still fight for NATO. That's right. Yeah, it's a really strange campaign setup in which the Russian elements we're fighting here in the South China Sea are actually rogue Russian elements, and the Russian Navy, the actual Russian Navy, has been dispatching submarines to sink the rogue Russian elements and assist NATO in their ultimate goal of stopping the Chinese aggression. Well, actually, we're less here for the fate of Taiwan, and we're more here to sink rogue Russian troops or rogue Russian elements, and sink Chinese elements as a result of accepting the rogue Russian elements into their service. Because the idea is that a corrupt branch of the Russian Navy has dispatched several submarines and ships down to the South China Sea to assist the Chinese, where it didn't have official government sanctioning, and an old Mad Vlad, old, you know, Putin, my friend, he's dispatched the actual Russian Navy down here as part of a small submarine fleet and attached them to NATO operations to find and sink the rogue Russian elements, because, you know, you don't go against Mad Vlad. It's called Zero Faps now. No, because that's not true. There we go. Hi Q, Posh Northerner. Always wonder how submarines sink and rise so quickly without throwing the crew about. Thought you'd be the person to ask. No, I have no idea. The rising and sinking, I guess, isn't too bad, but definitely the crew, like the elevation, the angle at which they come up, is very different. I saw that it was too late and ended up as an engineer. Yeah, that's right. And yeah, I did accidentally call you someone else, and I will fix that next time. Although your name does appear as Bennock, so my bad. Okay, I will send them if you set my friend request on Steam, then I will send them over Steam. Awesome. I'll do that in... can I do that now while we're in game? Might be able to. Toby, there it is. Good. Yeah, if you just link them to us, that would be great. Right then. No other close contacts, let's leave combat. Just one Romeo. Dispatched to sink a Yasin. Okay, you do you, boo. Another contact. Basically, right, the problem with this part of the South China Sea is that there are 3 or 4 military bases or naval bases in really close proximity to each other, and if a single maritime patrol aircraft detects you, all 3 or 4 of the bases send an ASW patrol out, and it's unbelievable because you just get back-to-back contacts for like 3 or 4 turns. Oh god. Okay, fine. Captain, we have a new sonar contact bearing 209, designated as Sierra 1. EXO reports that our depth is at 600 feet, heading 248. Speed is 25 knots. Local conditions are scattered and calm. Very strong surface duct and strong thermal layer at 126 feet. All hands to
Rig
battle
ship for
stations.
ultra
Rig
quiet.
ship for silent running. Ambient noise is low. Sea state is
Con, sonar,
calm.
new contact bearing 196.
Sierra 1 shines out
Designated
through
Sierra
the
1.
ambient noise here. Let's begin target motion analysis
Con, sonar,
of
new
the
contact
target
bearing
here.
208. Designated Sierra 2. Con, sonar, new contact bearing 213. Designated Sierra 3.
I had way
Con,
too close to
sonar,
the
new
mic there. It looks like we
contact
got a
bearing
Jangway,
2,
Mark.
2, 4.
This could be the
Designated
surface fleet,
Sierra
actually.
4.
Having 4 ships in an ASW fleet is a little bit unheard of. They're moving south, which they might be. And this is the fleet that we're... Humpback way. It might be a humpback whale, actually. This could well be a humpback whale. Yeah, it looks like it is a humpback whale. Let's mark it as such.
Con, sonar, Sierra 3 is classified as biologic.
They are moving south. Looks like we found our surface fleet. Question is... what exactly have we got? A blue whale?
Con, sonar,
Okay.
Sierra 4 is classified as biologic.
And then what about Sierra 2? Sierra 2's vanished on us. Bring us up to periscope depth, please, dive. 4-5 feet.
5 feet, dive high.
Helm comes south, bearing 183.
Come left to 183. Helm I.
Rig ship for ultra quiet.
Repair TASMs, or the, what are they called again? I keep forgetting. Caliber missiles. The anti-ship variant, please, not the land variant. There we go, Caliber missiles.
Rig ship for ultra quiet.
Finally, back to the main game. Killing whale trash. Yeah, that's the one. I think you haven't accepted me. I've denied your friend group. I'm pretty sure I clicked accept. Toby. No, maybe I did click decline. Oopsie daisy. Can you send us another one? You bastard. There you go.
Con, helm, steady course.
Oh, sorry, he's right. Yeah, look, that's the right missile. Why does it say L then? I would have guessed that was for land and ship, but they're the wrong way round. Because this one has the homing warhead on it. I guess they've not been implemented properly? I'm sorry, I saw this and I thought it was L. But that is in fact incorrect. So that is the right torpedo, despite being called the land variant. Please check out the whisper I sent you. I bet chat would love the song I sent you. I'll have to check it after the stream. I see. Okay, good to know, Evakin. Thank you. There we go. We're up at PD. We did breach, actually. Interesting. In low sea state, we breach. Back down below the surface, my friend. Come on. Bubble off the boat and all that. Right, upscope.
Upscope.
At least we know we're going to get the maximum possible height out of our periscope. There's a target. Mark.
Con, sonar, master 2 is classified as escort.
Downscope.
Downscope.
Ah, just too long again. Just too long again. Okay, let's fire a... ooh, hello. Let's fire a UGM at it. Or, sorry, not a UGM, a UGST. Firing point procedures, bearing 190,
190,
range to enable 4,800 yards. Ship ready, tube ready, fire tube 1.
Shoot 2-1. Aye, sir.
There's the other warship behind it. Let's dispatch another torpedo to it. Firing point procedures, bearing 185, range to enable 9,000 yards. Ship ready, tube ready, fire tube 6.
Shoot tube 6. Aye, sir.
This guy's slowed down to 8 knots. Just another ASW patrol. They might have detected the scope, that's why they've slowed down. But unfortunately, they wouldn't have picked up exactly where it was. I'm 99% sure I clicked accept. Yep, the engines are firing up again. I can't even find you. It doesn't even say you exist. Oh no, there he is. There we go, he's going evasive. They're turning. Lovely. So I'm playing as the communists. No, I'm just playing as a Russian submarine helping NATO. Oh, how do you? Oh, hello, hello, hello. Yep, they heard that. All right. Launched by the Jiang Wei. Oh, come left, bearing 094.
Come left to 094. Helm aye.
I got very lucky there. This little bastard here is going to hurt if he detects me, which I'm hoping he won't. Got a very good rudder on it. This submarine. It can turn quite well, considering.
Con, fire control. Weapon acquired.
Weapon acquired. Perfect. No complaints as of yet. Torp to my rear. Yep, I know, but it's not closing in.
Bearing 201.
They shot in front of me and behind me, but they didn't land one on target. I was between the two of them.
Con, fire control.
Quite
Weapon
lucky in that
acquired.
regard. I wonder if it's going to go for that humpback whale. Again, I don't have my soundboard set up, so I don't have the Mario Strikers Charged music. Weapon 6 is about to miss the target. No, it's alright. It's still going. I'm quite surprised that we've kept the wires despite the sharp course change. I would have expected us to lose it, potentially. Oh, this one.
Sonar, noisemaker,
what?
bearing 199.
This probably will end up going for the humpback whale. How deep is it?
Con, fire control. Weapon acquired.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's going to go for the humpback. No, it's going for the Luda. Round and round it goes. Yep, no, there it is. It's going for the humpback whale. It's not that I don't want it to go for the humpback whale, it's that we're too close to the ships to really... Like, they've already shot at us once. There's a very good chance they're going to shoot at us again.
Sonar,
These torpedoes are crap. Honestly, they're so bad. You have to, like, fucking... I'm literally flying manually here because the weapon can't find the enemy vessel. It's right there.
Con, fire control. Weapon acquired.
There we go. You got it. You got it. Jesus, you have to literally spoon feed it onto target.
Last bearing 19.
That Jiang Wei is making fucking huge fucking... Oh my god, it's making a huge mistake actually to turn around. He'll probably go and try and save some people from that other vessel there, but it is probably going to get him killed.
Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
Let's see how long it takes for the Jangwei here to realise his mistake. Torpedoes coming right down the bow. Let's see if he detects it. There it is. He's detected it. Retaliatory fire from their own torpedo tube there. Small launch.
Torpedo in the water. Torpedo in the water. Bearing 149.
Whoa.
Con sonar. We are cavitating.
Fucking helicopter.
Propulsion has been damaged.
Whoa, okay.
Con maneuvering.
Well, that went well. Propulsion's totally
Damage
fucked.
control parties. Lay to the engine room.
Top speed of 10 knots.
100 feet.
Con sonar. No longer cavitating.
Can we hold the flooding? I think we can. It's only the fucking look how beefcake the Yasin is. It only did 10% damage.
Noisemaker bearing 17.
Looks like it's just a ballast problem. Ship itself is actually holding fine. It launched another torpedo. Yes, it has.
Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
Let's fire an MOSS out this way.
Con,
Fire tube.
control, weapon countermeasure home.
10.
Sonar. Torpedo in the water. Torpedo in the water.
Oh, yeah,
Bearing
that is a very
1,
fast
2,
decoy.
4.
Got another hit coming in on the same side.
On. The reactor has scrammed. Damage control parties. Lay to the reactor space.
Barely doing any damage. We've got a reactor leak. Damage control parties are in the reactor space. We're dead in the water.
On. The reactor has scrammed.
Con, passing 200 feet.
200 feet. Holding current depth, flooding is
Con,
fine.
fire control, weapon acquired.
Oh, I
Con,
see, we can
fire
even change the
control, weapon
bearing
countermeasure homing.
of... Oh, it's cool. We can even change the direction that the decoys travel. Those are very, very good. So we're totally dead in the water. He's dropped both of his air-launched torpedoes. He's dropped them both. He doesn't have any more. Done a lot of damage to us. Reactor's nearly back online. Oh, I wonder if that's a thing.
Con sonar. Noisemaker bearing 178.
I wonder if I can do that.
On.
I want to do
The reactor
that.
has scrammed.
2 minutes till the reactor's up.
Con, fire control, weapon acquired. Con, fire control, weapon countermeasure homing.
tiny bit of flooding up the bow then. Bit of water down there. But I'm not entirely
Con,
sure.
fire control, weapon acquired.
See, look at how bad these torpedoes are. It still hasn't sunk that ship. Still. The UGST just does not perform. Come on, repair the reactor. I want to try shooting a vertical launch at it.
180.
Con, fire control, weapon countermeasure homing.
Put it on active. Okay, we'll give it a try. We'll see if that makes any difference.
Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
We're only going to be able to pull 10 knots
Con,
while the
fire
reactor's
control,
damaged.
Weapon countermeasure homing.
On. Reactor is back online.
Con maneuvering. Making turns.
So I want to go and try and, yeah, shoot my vertical launch system at this helicopter just because it's a penis. I wonder if I surface right underneath it. I wonder what that would do.
Con sonar regained contact on master 3 bearing 235.
Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
Con sonar noisemaker bearing 180.
Oh no, he's taking off. Oh, no, he's doing me a favour.
Con, fire control, weapon acquired. Con, fire control, weapon countermeasure homing.
I wonder if he's got depth charges. We'll find out in the next short moments. In the next few moments. Get a guy to lean out of the... Yeah, just grab the diffing sonar cable. Right. Head 5 knots.
Turns for 10 knots. Maneuvering aye.
Let's just go ahead 5.
Make turns for 5 knots. Maneuvering aye.
Let's come up. This is morbid curiosity
Con, fire
now.
control, weapon acquired.
Passing 200 feet.
Let's come up and say hello.
Con sonar lost contact.
Finally got him.
Master 1. Last bearing 17.
He clearly doesn't have any kind of
Contact breaking up.
any other kind of weapons, does he? Okay, we've now got flooding down in propulsion.
Damage control parties. Lay to the engine room. Passing 100 feet.
No, don't do it. Come back. Come back. You bastard. Quickly, fire one. Just fire one. Okay, so it fires from there. It fires out of that top hatch. Oh, we gotta get lined up. He like moved like an inch, the bastard. Gotta swing my arse around, hang on. Right, realign. Hold back.
Make turns for 0 knots. Maneuvering aye.
Come on, come on, come on. It comes out of that spot right there.
Con sonar lost contact. Master 3. Last bearing 2, 3, 4. Contact is in the baffle.
Oh! Oh, come on, give it me. Give it me, you fucker.
Con sonar, we are cavitating. Make turns for 5 knots. Con sonar.
Oh, that's
no
got
longer
to be it. This has got to be it. Turn the screws from 1 knot.
Make turns for 1 knot. Maneuvering aye.
I'm pretty sure about that. Yeah, these are going right through. Right, back.
Make turns for 0 knots. Maneuvering aye. Con sonar lost contact. Master 3. Last bearing
Oh.
2, 3, 4. Contact is in
Yeah,
the
I'm pretty
baffle.
sure that one went right through. Ah, that's so annoying. Let me shoot down the helicopter.
Make turns. Con sonar. we are cavitating. Con sonar regained contact on Master 3. Bearing 2, 3, 5.
Right, okay, I've overshot a little bit. Back.
0 knot. Con sonar.
Make turns for
no longer
-1 knot.
cavitating. Con maneuvering. Making turns for 1 knot.
That is like right through it. They turn quite quickly. I'm quite impressed.
Make turns for 1 knot. Make turns for 0 knot. Maneuvering aye.
I need to shoot over the.
Con, fire control, unable to fire.
Oh yeah, that one went straight through. Yeah, that one went straight through. Yeah, looks like it's not happening. Oh, that's so annoying. So what are we going to do, eh? Should we just stalemate it here forever? What can I do? I got nothing. I got nothing on this guy. Can I shoot a tomahawk at him? Nope. Well, it's clearly not happening. Alright.
Make turns.
See you later.
We are cavitating.
Bon voyage! Oh, they dive quite quickly, don't they? Holy shit.
Con, fire control, we've lost the wire.
About 14 missiles?
Con, maneuvering. Making turns for 1.
There we go.
0 knot.
Just the shark fin left. And down beyond the waves. How many millions and millions in tax money have we just wasted there? It's for a good cause. It's for a good cause.
Sonar, no longer cavitating.
Cool. Just wasted like 15 mil? Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. It's a shame that there is no way to deal with the helicopters. There is no way to deal with helicopters, not really. You don't have like a deck gun or anything. So yeah, it is a shame, but that's how it is.
Passing 400 feet.
What about the whales? It's a good point. I need to get back to Okinawa
Passing
and beyond
500
though.
feet.
Desperately need to do that.
Passing 600 feet.
I don't think there's any AA missiles, Mir. You got to remember that helicopter was right next to us. So I don't think there's any AA
Passing
missiles
700 feet.
for that kind of altitude. Maybe for, you know, bear bombers, but not for helicopters.
Passing 800 feet.
It's going to take us forever to get away from them.
Passing 900 feet.
How's my flooding doing? Flooding's holding, actually. I'm surprised. We're very deep, actually. I'm surprised flooding's holding. Yeah, just try and get out. Helicopter's just going to keep tracking us.
Torpedo room, tube 6 ready.
Ready, aye? Get out yet? No, not quite. Decoy's still going down here. Oh my god, this one's being tracked by a fucking... My advanced decoy's being tracked by a fucking aircraft. Holy shit, I didn't even know that was here. Alright. Well, personally, I think we've lost the plot a little bit. So what I'm going to do, I'm probably going to end Cold Waters after this one, just as a test try for the Yasin, and then I'll probably come back in like an hour or so, and I will probably do some Long Dark or something, just something else, change gears slightly. If I can get away, which I don't think I ever will, to be honest. I think that helicopter can go as fast as I am. There's a dipping sonar. Maybe do some Space Engineers, yeah. I might do some XCOM actually, yeah, in like an hour or so. Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. In like, yeah, sort of an hour, 45 minutes, I might come back and do some XCOM. I did want to do some XCOM. Here we go, leave combat. We got the 2 surface ships, but it was not our mission. We got a medal. We got a medal for that shit. We got a US Navy medal as well. Oh no, I ain't doing that. All right then. Yeah, an instant another one. Yeah, I'm not gonna bother. I'm gonna come back in about an hour's time. I'm gonna do a little bit more XCOM. So I'll catch you all for that. So yeah, thank you very much for coming today to see some Cold Waters. I'll be doing some more of this in the coming days. As I say, I got work tomorrow. So yeah. No worries then. I will catch you. I haven't seen me on FK for a while now. I still play. I don't play Armour very often. It must be said. Okay, cool. Thank you very much, and I'll catch you next time. Toodaloo!